Hello and welcome to this week's test drive. And this week it's very exciting because I want to talk to you more about when you've got your book. So what is one of the questions? What we have to find out is how do you become marketing maven? What marketing mindset and attitude must you um, create in order to understand that your book is a marathon and it's not a sprint? So my name is Brenda Dempsey and I'm the founder and CEO of Book Brilliance Publishing. So let's dive on into this week's test drive. So, do you want to attract more clients? Put in the chat if you want to attract more clients and say, yes, I do. And what is the upshot of once you attract more clients into your business? Here's another question. Do you want to make more money? And write I in the chat if that's you. So when we attract more clients into our business, we can make more money. But there's a little caveat there because I know you are purpose led and driven business owners. So therefore, it isn't just about the money, but we'll do another test drive around money mindset and why it is important to see your book and your business as something that can afford you to do what you want in the world that makes the difference. But let's park that and let's look at what having more clients. So when you write a book, you've poured your heart and soul into the book, and I'm just putting on a presentation. And so therefore, you need to see your book as an asset and a powerful marketing tool that attracts more clients. So maybe you're feeling that you're not being seen, you're not being heard, and no one seems to be taking any notice of you. And that's a bitter pill to swallow, particularly when you know you've got a message that you want to share with the world. Possibly because of that, there's missed opportunities. And with those missed opportunities, it's missed opportunities to attracting those new clients for your business growth. And potentially you're feeling invisible. I don't know about you, but sometimes you post and you think, where is the world? Where is everybody? And you think you've really got a great post, and sometimes all you get is crickets. And when you get the crickets, how are you meant to show your potential and influence and inspire others? And that goes all untapped. And you know you've got experience, so we need the consistency. So also, maybe you're thinking too small, maybe you're still too local and you limiting your reach. But when you are using the internet to its true potential, you actually need to shift the dial and start considering yourself as having a global reach. And certainly that is something that you can achieve quite easily. So these are some of the situations you have, but we don't want that. We're going to start looking at what is it that you do want. So you need to visualize your book as a powerful marketing tool. If you've not written a book yet, great. Just consider, play along, and think of yourself as an author. So, how do you turn a book into a marketing tool? Well, it will give you great credibility because you've put all your expertise in the pages, and therefore, when it's in the writing, people see that as something special, and that then builds that trust with potential clients. It gives you great authority. You are positioned as a thought leader because what you're writing about is what you believe in. It's your expertise, your experiences, your lessons learned. And when you put that into a book, you have that authority. And of course, when you've got that authority, what happens? It attracts people to you. And of course, it's a massive value. It shows your value and it gives value to the readers and potential clients as it's a showcase for your knowledge and providing all those invaluable insights, all those lessons learned for sure. And therefore, you will be appreciated by potential clients. So let's imagine for a moment then that your book is establishing you as an expert. We've already seen that. You want that go to expert status. So, how does that happen? So, if you're in, let's say you're in marketing, doesn't matter what it is, it could be well being, it could be banking, it could be property, whatever it is, you have to imagine that the people within your industry start to recognize you. They see your book, you're talking about it, other people are talking about it, and that gives you more recognition within your own field. And of course, more recognition, what happens? Doors open, and in comes things like speaking engagements, appearances on the media, and increased visibility. And this is what happens for many of the Book Brilliance publishing authors. They have speaking engagements. One of our authors is speaking on a fantastic stage with the founder of the multi-million um, uh, people who love his work, and that's Mind Valley, that's Vision. And she's speaking on the same stage as him in Dubai this November, next month. And this is all because of her book. Of course, you're seen as a thought leader. So within your industry and outside of it, you begin to see you're thought of as that thought leader because you're putting in your philosophy into your book based on your experiences. You know, it's like baking a cake. I'll take a little bit of Stephen Covey. I'll take a little bit of Napoleon Hill. I'll take a little bit of Simon Ong. I'm going to make my own cake. And you come up with your own thought leadership through innovation. And again, that then attracts clients to you because they want your advice and they want the solutions that you're offering. And most importantly, where we start right in the beginning is about brand building. It's that awareness. And when you portray yourself and show up in the same way, you are reinforcing your brand identity, something that we go into before you even write a single word with us here at BBP. And of course, showcasing that expertise to a wider audience. Because if you're using LinkedIn, for example, there's people on LinkedIn from all over the world. And I know it works for us at BBP every day without fail. We get people from all over the world. Like today, I had someone from France, someone from America yesterday, India, Dubai. I was speaking to someone from Dubai earlier today. So this is what happens. The world becomes smaller for you, but your reach extends. And of course, I need you to picture your book as generating leads. It's that wonderful lead magnet. Here's your book. Oh, I could hold it. I should have a book here. Oh, yeah, I have. So this book here that I'm going to hold up. So this is one of our authors. I'll put it here. So Jamal Ahmed, he's just come back from Saudi Arabia, where he had a fantastic time holding a dinner, bringing people and they to that dinner from the Middle East, and they all got a free copy of his book. So he used it as a lead magnet to get people to his dinner and meet the author, listen to the expertise around GDPR, and they can do that. And also, one of the things that we do here is part of your pre-book sales. We look at giving a free chapter. It's all part of what you do in order to, like, if you want to be like Jamal and his book's at #1 in 5 countries on the day that it was published, all because he got his team and they gave away excerpts and free chapters and used it as a lead magnet for people to buy the book. So he's making money. And after they buy the book, what happens? There was a call to action and encourage the reader to speak to him. But what's more, he's got a flagship program. And since launching his book, he's upped that flagship program. He's upped the cost of that, the investment. So therefore it's a win-win. So he can command higher prices from his client. And of course, you want to have website links, links to your website, links to other platforms that you're on, so that people can see you turning up in a consistent way, saying the same things, the same look and feel to it, whether you're on X or whether you're on LinkedIn or Instagram. It has to have that consistency. And of course, they see more about your services, and these leads soon turn into clients. Now I want you to envision, what does it take when you increase your visibility? Now, this is a great one. I want to say this from, so I'm an author and obviously I'm a publisher. So with my increased visibility, you need to start being ready over time. It's not a sprint, doesn't happen overnight. But now we're inundated with requests for all sorts of things, to be in magazines, to be on podcasts, alongside some of the world's best business owners and entrepreneurs in magazines, in America, in Dubai, the UK. You become quite in demand, and you need to make sure you're ready for that. So I say it doesn't happen overnight. You get, it's like a little drip, but it compounds, and then all of a sudden you're going, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? So these are all the things you have to learn about. So how do you increase that visibility though? The more you're on social media, you're promoting yourself, and what you do, what you're doing for other people. That's what's important. What are you doing for other people? Why should they listen to you? What difference are you going to make on their life? And of course, you're going to share things from your book, the quotes, behind the scenes. So sometimes we do behind the scenes posts as well. People are nosy. They want to know how it all comes about. So you need to be speaking the language of your ideal client, your brand audience, on whatever platform it is that you are mainly conquering. And of course, with your book, you want book launch events. You don't need to just have one book launch. So, like today, I was at a big conference where one of my authors was the keynote speaker. Actually, it was two of them together because they're a husband and wife team. And they were launching the book at that conference today, where they were speaking on autism. Now, they won't just have one launch, they'll have a number of launches. You need to keep creating those events where you can go and you can meet the author, you become a pop-up author, and you do book signings. It's not just once. You need to be recreating it over and over. Yeah, sure, you might have one big launch, but there'll be lots of little launches come on the back of that. And of course, every time you do a launch and go to an event, there's potential clients there. There's potential people who are going to buy the book, and from that book, they are going to get in touch with you. They're wanting to have a conversation with you. That's what happened today, earlier this morning. And of course, it's all about your PR, your public relations. It's about, you have to also, when you have that increase in visibility, the media will also start to pay attention to, oh, who's this person? There's a lot. So for example, the authors who just launched a book today, they've just had a half-hour program done by the BBC on them and their son, all around autism, which is the book is all about. So and these things will happen Maybe not immediately, but for our client today it did. But sometimes it's a little bit down the road, but just know it will happen. And the more you're determined and connected to your book and what you want to do, the more likely it's going to happen. You have to feel the love and the joy, and you've got a message and you're on a mission with your book for these wonderful, wonderful things to happen with you. And again, reach out to other bloggers, get people to blog about you, blog about your topic, and leverage your book, leverage relationships, and use that to your advantage. After all, you've got a message that you want to share with the world. And of course, just look at this book here. So you've got Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and he's from his book. He's created the business skills, so that's like his flagship program, and it's about for people who like helping people. So he obviously is using his philosophy to help create businesses, and he's created his own school to train people. And this is what you want to do. You can, let's see, I think it might be talking about it here. Hold on. Let's see. So you've got your target audience. I can't impress enough how much you need to know your target audience inside out and know where they hang out so you can speak to them. So everything's got to be tailor-made to them. What are they wanting? How are they feeling? What's keeping them awake at night? What is their dream? What solutions are they looking for that you have? So make sure you know them so you can speak about those solutions. And of course, you need to market your book. You need a marketing plan. Fail to plan, plan to fail. And so we do a pre-marketing strategy. And then once you've got your book, we give you a 12-month marketing strategy with campaigns all identified and all written using one-page marketing plans. The best, because we don't have time to be writing screeds and screens. It's about action. It's not about writing. Action is what creates change. Action is what makes growth happen. If you just read books, you're not going to grow. It's not until you start applying what you're learning into action that you start to see the differences. So through PR and through marketing, you have to keep the book promotion ongoing, not just the week that you launch, not just in the first month, the second month, but that needs to become your broken record. It needs to make up all of the marketing. And guess what? We can show you how to do that. So you never need to worry. Our job is to navigate this landscape for you to make you a success, not only as an author, but as an entrepreneur who has a business and a message that's making a difference in the world. And of course, it's about those client conversions. It's turning those leads into clients and offering them something more. As we see here with Robert Kiyosaki, he's got his school. You can have consultations, workshops, and any other service that you see fit that suits your way. It's not like everybody should do a workshop. No, for some people, they don't want to do a workshop. Some people might want to have a school, an academy, a university, whatever of those words resonates with you. Maybe many people want to be speaking on stages and being paid. So it's about knowing what you want to do and how you want to serve your clients, and then finding that common ground through the communication and the language in order that they want what you offer. Sometimes you need to listen and sometimes you need to tweak what it is you want because it's always about them. So let's look about the takeaways your book can create for you as a marketing asset. Your book will speak for you even before you walk into the room. How cool is that? Walking into a room and people recognizing you from your book. I remember, this is before I had any books. I went to a training to do my NLP training coaching, and I walked into the room, and three people who I'd never met before came up to me and went, "You're Brenda Dempsey, aren't you?" And I looked at them thinking, "Wow, how do you know that?" And they laughed, you know, I was very naive in the beginning. And they went, because we see you on Facebook, because when I first started out, I was always on Facebook. Today I'm always on LinkedIn, but not so much Facebook. But back then, you know, 8, 10 years ago, Facebook was kind of more it was more popular than LinkedIn. So yeah, so you know, being visible, having a book, these are all the things you need for people to recognize you and find out who you are, what you stand for, what you stand against. So let's look at, we've got 8 things here. Here is how your book is an asset. You can leverage your book to open doors of opportunity and get you on stages, and it can help you attract clients. It establishes your expertise because it's written down in black and white. Do not deviate from what you write about in that book. That is your expertise. You have increased visibility because you're using social media. You might even be networking locally and people get to know you online and offline. And you learn how to promote strategically using strategic planning and uh, cherry picking those campaigns when you know it's going to be it's going to be vital for your readers and your clients. And then what will that do? That will help you generate those leads. Most of all, you're building a brand. We're building a world-class brand. We're building a brand that stands out amongst the rest. And that's what happens when you begin with your values, vision, and mission, and you actually do work on your brand. So business owners with a book that's got their brand and they use it and leverage it will be head and shoulders above anybody else in the industry who doesn't have a book. You have got a leading edge. And of course, all of this maximizes your book's potential. But we'll come back and we'll talk another time about what that potential is, because it's not just book sales. That's the passive income. It's all these other flagship programs and speaking on stages and collaborations. That is exactly what your book will do for you and will get you 10 times your ROI. So there we have it. If you've got any questions, put them below the video. I'll get back and answer those questions for you. Make sure you link with me on LinkedIn, Brenda Dempsey. And we also have a page, Book Brilliance Publishing, of course, that you can also follow. And if you really want to have a chat with me, just DM me on LinkedIn, or you can go to our website, www.bookbrilliancepublishing.com, and there's a contact form where you can easily schedule a 15-minute call to have a quick chat and see and for me to answer any questions. So this is Brenda saying, be brilliant, much love, until next week, toodle pip.